Good afternoon. Oh, just realised I haven't changed the background. My bad. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. What should we have today? Let's have a nice calming sea. There we go.
It'll have to be after the last few days.
Yeah. Brenny, how you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm just refocusing myself, and I don't mind sharing this with you all. And hello, everyone in the chat. And spending £500 a pair of glasses was kind of cringeworthy. But there you go.
£500.
£500 for varifocals.
Oh, for very, very.
It was over that. Yeah, and I didn't realise it cost that much. I thought I'd probably be paying about £300. I had the money, but it was just
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, is what it is. I know I could have bought loads of cakes with that and a quarter of an Arsenal season ticket, but there you go.
Yeah, big up to Dean saying good evening, Bobby and Brenny. Hope you are well.
You're right, mate.
Hope you're doing well too. Calm. I don't know what you drink in Yorkshire, but seriously, you are the only person that's put a bet on us last season to win the league and this season, and you also think it's going to be a big win for us tonight.
No,
I love
different game.
Different game. Yeah. Big up, Chris. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Hi, Chris.
No celebration, lads. It's Tim Parker. Yeah, I know that.
Tim.
The reason that was being mentioned, I don't know why they had to specifically point out specific people, and obviously Miles Lewis Kelly was obviously in there. There are players that go over to the opposition fans and celebrate in front of them, and it causes the fans to lose their heads. Now, they are the celebrations that they're on about. They have worded it extremely wrong, because that is the stuff that we need to stop, because it does anger them and it starts causing problems, and there has been fights and there has been all sorts happening and people have been hurt. So they're the celebrations they're on about, celebrating in front of sections of fans. You shouldn't do it. Do it in front of your own fans, no problem. Don't do it in front of the opposition fans, because it roils them. And unfortunately, football fans, some of them, very small amount of them, lose their heads a little bit and people get hurt, and that is what we need to stop. I love the water. It is nice. It's nice, calm.
It is nice.
Afternoon, you sexy beast. Obviously talking about you, because I'm not putting Easts, because that is a beast, not me.
Thank you.
How you doing, guys? We just have to treat today like a fresh game. On our day, we can beat team by 2 goals. Definitely Damos, we can. Actually, we're going to do so slightly different in a minute. You'll understand why in a minute. A teenager has rattled the football world. It's hilarious. You say they're on about celebrating in front of sections of fans, so why has this all come out about after the Arsenal game? This has been looked into for a lot longer than just this one game. For some bizarre reason, this is a media thing again. We have been looking at the Premier League, the FA have been looking at this for a long time. For some reason, the media have chosen now to come out with it. This has been something we've been looking into for ages, because people have been hurt. It happens at the Molineux a lot. It happens at every single stadium. It does roll the fans and people get hurt. That's the bit we need to cut out. I honestly don't think there was any disrespect in Miles Lewis Kelly. If anything, it's hilarious. If the City fans get upset by it, that's their problem. But just don't do it in front of their fans. Do it in front of Arsenal fans. That's fine. I don't really care what the City fans do on the opposite side of the pitch. So yeah, give John Brady. He's the best available coach out there. He has everything we need. Calm. Seriously, what are you drinking?
I know.
Whatever it is, please send it to me, because I could do with it.
Must be talking about a game in the Championship. Who are the teams?
Yeah, Premier League timing off a bit as usual. Then, Premier League timing off a bit as usual. Then, is that regarding the media? So it's not just the Premier League; it's actually the FA as well. The FA are the main ones behind this, because obviously this covers all games, not Premier League games. It's EFL, National League, even lower than National League. It's something that is now a lot of the stories that obviously I get to hear is not necessarily the big leagues. It's in the lower leagues where someone scores, they literally rile you up right in front, and there has been punches thrown, and that is what we need to cut out, because no one should be getting hurt at a football game. Simple as, and it is to do with the goal celebrations. Brady making me want to play some tennis as a silver one.
Today's show is sponsored by Slasm, Joe.
Big up to Geeks. Hope you're doing well, Geeks. The media, it's the media as always. I hate them. I really do. Because you can't upset City, they cry and get the lawyers in. I think they just need to stay humble. Califury up front tonight, Brenny. Warhurst.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and if he's our Warhurst, that means we haven't got a David Hurst, because he replaced David Hurst when David Hurst was injured. So we haven't bought a Hurst. We haven't got this window. Sorry, I had to bring that up.
No, it's fine. Big up to BX saying, "Come on, you Gunners, 100." If we get Mark Kennedy in, then Carlisle should be liquidated. Leeds versus Derby. As I said, it's not just the Premier League, and this is where the media just seem to have pinpointed us. They did mention other teams. Jamie Vardy was mentioned twice, funny enough. But look, I love Jamie Vardy. He's come up through the national leagues and all that kind of stuff, so he knows how to celebrate and rile people up. But he does need to stop riling the opposition fans up. It's fine celebrating in front of your home fans. Just people just have to be a little bit careful. M&S is already a cult hero phenomenon at just 18 years old. It wouldn't surprise me if someone has spray painted that on a wall near the Emirates at some point. And to be fair, it's absolutely amazing. It made my Sunday. Yes, I enjoyed the 5-1, but what Mars Lewis Skelly did definitely topped it, because it was hilarious. I love him. He is absolutely amazing kid. I'd rather have Williamson back than Mark Kennedy. As long as there's consistency, there will be, because this is an FA thing. And obviously the Premier League have to get involved, and so the EFL and so the National League. So yeah, it will be consistent, and it's more of a case of if you and it has been mentioned before, and I don't know why it's come up again, and I don't know why they're pointing out certain players and certain teams, but it has been mentioned. It was mentioned last season, and it has been going on for quite a while, because there has to be a way that we can try and work out how to stop it. Now, it's not stopping celebrations, it's the danger that celebrating in front of the opposition fans can cause. That is what we've got to try and work out. Because obviously we want players to celebrate. We want them to, that has been a classic. Klinsmann dive has been something that stayed in my head for so long. Yes, he might be one of my favourite German players, but that sliding dive that he done has stayed in my head for years. Ian Wright's celebration, Tony Adams, obviously, is a very big classic one as well. But it was done at Highbury in a very nice way. Obviously, was it the League Cup that Steve Morrow broke his arm?
Yeah, it was a League Cup.
Yeah. Obviously, some celebrations are slightly dangerous. I don't recommend them. But, it's something. It's not to stop people having fun and enjoying scoring a goal. It's safety reasons. And that's where, I don't know who printed the story. I'm guessing it was Sky, knowing then tossers. Sorry for people that work for Sky, but they are tossers. It's just something that has been looked in for ages, so I'm not too worried. Anyone else worried about a tackle free for all tonight? Taking out a couple of our players would help their European push. Also, there's previous. Yeah, we're going to go into that in a minute. I'm not too worried. I think it's going to be quite a feisty game, if I'm honest. But yeah, we'll talk about the game in a minute, Tim. Big up to you, though, mate. Jamie Vardy never celebrated in front of opposition fans. His kind person wouldn't be a shit house at all. Not in his nature, says Cole. How is it their players' fault for providing entertainment? It's mental to cater to crying opposition. All I would say is just don't do it, because some players have purposely done it in front of the opposition to rile them up. And that is what I don't agree with. I think Adebayor did it, didn't he? Quite a few years ago.
He
did it on purpose. And that's not on, because you imagine all the fans, and they're dosed up high on adrenaline and stuff. People just start pushing, and don't forget there are kids there. And we don't want anyone getting hurt. And that's the main important part of this. No one wants to get hurt. Who wants a dull celebration? We're not stopping celebrations. We're just stopping where they should be doing the celebrations. That's literally it. And they've just worded it very wrong. Imagine if M&S decided to do the Shearer celebration if he scored the winner tonight.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Arsenal have to back it up, though, at the end of the season. All you've got to celebrate is a 5-1 win versus City, then you should be embarrassed. Totally agree. That highlights mental. So I've just read Colm's one. I know what's coming. That highlights mental illness rather than how to celebrate. Arsenal will have to have the first player sent off for it on the second yellow. Oh, yeah, I'm sure we will. Robbie Fowler's, yeah. I won't forget that one for a long time. That's for certain. Adebayor is still the best celebration running towards Arsenal fans. However, we would class that as dangerous. So that is, he would get a yellow card for that. That's something I would do ice cold. Crowds can't even drink beer in the stand. Now the celebrations must be dubbed down. It's for me, what the most important thing is no one gets hurt. That is the fundamental part. If there's a new way that we can do the celebrations, then great. There might be some kind of rule where you've got to celebrate within the pitch perimeter. That could be done, because if you watch a lot of celebrations, they do go into the crowd and they do literally look into the fans' eyes and do the celebration. They're there doing it to wind them up. That is what we've got to try and stop, because everyone knows, and there's definitely Arsenal fans that are numpties. Every club has a numpty that will do something stupid. Yes. They are drunk. Now, bear in mind, I've been with the Arsenal away fans. They are drunk when they turn up. And then they carry on drinking. And at the Wolves, you've got, so for people that don't understand how the away fans are at the Molineux. So you've got the away fans on the far side, on the left-hand side of the pitch. Just above, you've got the Wolves fans. Now, in the middle of that, which you probably don't ever see on TV, there is also rooms with Wolves fans in it. There is plastic kind of glass there. And when I was there, they were throwing things at it. The Wolves fans were obviously retaliating, kicking at the glass. That is not good behaviour. Now, obviously, that game involved the Martinelli red, the 2 double yellows. And obviously, everyone was a bit riled up from that game. And I'm not saying that was by the celebrations, but that's how some of the fans are. They're a little bit crazy sometimes, and they just need to tone it down a little bit, because this is where it has come from. Is because someone's got hurt, and there's been a few people that have been hurt at the clubs across the country, which I don't accept at all. I don't want anyone ever getting hurt, because don't forget, I want to take my son to a football game at some point. And I won't be doing that unless I know it's safe. Same as Brenny. So guarantee, Brenny, you didn't take your kids there until you thought it was safe.
Yeah, I've taken my kids to games. I've only ever taken them to the Emirates, and it was safe.
Yeah, exactly. And I would never take Blake until I knew it was safe. My dad did the same with me and my brother. We were in the North Bank. And now, thankfully, the Wolves, they do like a first-time experience that you can go to, so that you get to meet the mascots and all that kind of stuff. So, but I won't be taking them until I feel it's safe. Now, thankfully, where the kids go, it's far away from the away fans. So, but you just don't want people being riled up by a stupid celebration. Now, celebrate. Just don't rile up people. As simple as that. It's not very hard. Well, if M&S red card, that wasn't is the standard. It will end as a five-a-side. Because of what saying players do honorees silly all the time in front of our fans. Should we be offended? It's all silly. Don't be no fun league. It's safety, Moss. That's literally all it is. It's got nothing. We're not trying to stop anyone's fun. We just don't want people getting injured. And this is what I wish they'd done. If they were going to publicise the story, then also link it with all the incidents that have happened where unfortunately someone's got hurt. Yeah. Stewards. Yeah. Should stewards be getting hurt? No, they shouldn't. Should fans be getting hurt? No, they shouldn't. Should fans be needing treatment after a game because of a celebration that rolled up some fans and people started pushing forward and people got injured? Should that be happening? No. So we've got to find a way where we can stop that from happening. Now, no one's said no celebrations. No one has said that. It's finding a way where everyone's safe. So that's how we're looking at it. If you dish out banter, you had better be ready to take your medicine, in my opinion, and fans fall under that, says BX. Richarlison does it, but unfortunately for us, he doesn't score enough to do it. Yeah, Richarlison definitely loves winding people up. I think if they're going to celebrate in front of away fans, they have to climb into the stands in between them and all do it. Then, yes. I quite like that idea, to be fair. If you're brave enough to go and do that, then carry on. Why are Arsenal the team that gets highlighted every time? To be fair, I have seen the little article, and I think Maddison was mentioned, Jamie Vardy was mentioned, obviously MLS was mentioned. I don't know what pitch they used. I'm guessing they used MLS just because it's Arsenal. But as I said, it's nothing just to do with us. It's EFL as well. It's not just the Premier League. There's loads of things that are happening all over the country, and that's what we're trying to stop. Oh dear, we'll get onto the preview in a minute. Michael Golliver will give a second yellow card for celebrating the same stadium at the opposite fans. He's a prat. I told you, all the Premier League referees are prats. Simple as. I'm staying with it. I might even change my hashtag. Referees are prats. John Brady makes sense for us. EFL experience, no nonsense, adaptable for at the back. So no celebrations like Canstars at Palace. Perfect example of what you should not be doing. There you go. The fact Carlisle once again said one thing and then don't back it up. Said quick appointment on Monday, 2 days later, still here. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, that don't feel good, does it? I never understood having boxes in the away stands. Don't have several boxes all in home stand. I think they don't rent them out to away fans. Yeah, to be honest, and obviously with St James's, Arsenal fans are like in the skies, aren't they? Yeah, I feel that at some point we're all going to have the away fans in the same kind of perimeter within a stadium, because the only way that we can stop this thing from happening as well, because Arsenal have a whole side of the bottom of the stand to themselves, and literally above them are the Wolves fans. So you guarantee what's been coming down from the top. It's beer, whatever the Wolves fans want to throw down, it will be thrown. I think that's stupid, personally, because it's easily done and it can't be monitored either. Obviously, with the way that Arsenal do it, we've obviously got lines of stewards and police that separate the fans. So obviously the police and stewards will know what's going on. But with Wolves, I do feel they need to change that. They did change it when they built the new stand, but then they changed their idea again, which I thought was stupid again. But yeah, I saw the whole dynamic of the situation change when Arsenal went from a punchline of a joke to giving it back to now we're the criminals or guilty party. Again, this is for some reason they've released it now. I don't know why. It's been going on for a long time that we've been looking into it. There was unfortunately more people injured at the weekend, and for some reason it's come back out again. I won't take my son to Spurs. It's all a little dodgy. Probably safer to go to a local team. I agree. Literally, unfortunately, my local team is literally Wolves. I'm going further away. Unfortunately, I'd have to go further away to go to a local team. It's quite far, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually it's like the other side of Wolverhampton. And literally, the closest is literally the stadium that's outside my house. So, yeah. If it's a Mark Kennedy type, then my reaction will be priceless. I won't be for your kids to listen to. Even it will be brutal. I'll even say to Kennedy, "You're awful." That's it, Bobby. This directive has been framed to give adjustment. Arsenal, the media has manipulated the optics. They always do, mate. I don't trust them. I don't like them. Jason Cundy can warn a young player may get injured if he is not careful. Very poor. Yeah, I was reading. Tony Mowbray was talking about it, and was it Tony Mowbray? No, the other Scottish twat that I don't like. Alan McNally. Alan McNally, was that the dude?
He's on Sky sometimes.
Yeah, Alan McNally. I hate him.
I've met him. I don't like him. He's an arrogant.
Yeah, he's an absolute prat.
I don't like him.
And he was getting involved, and I was like, it was a fucking joke. And with what happened in the previous game, it was well deserved. You know, who the fuck is Haaland? Because I'll be honest, who the fuck is Haaland? You know, he's only famous because of his dad. Let's be honest. It's the only reason he got into football was his dad.
Exactly.
So sorry. And Erling, if you hear it, I don't really give a monkey's ass because I don't like you. You're a prat. You got destroyed in Ghostbusters, so it's all good.
I wasn't in that one. I was too young. I was too young. I was 14.
No. But the sitting down being Zen, MLS is calming everyone. Well, exactly. It's actually a calming celebration, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was.
It's a calming celebration. Yeah. It's still there's definitely one. Like Richarlison, obviously, because Cole mentioned it. Richarlison one. He does wind them up. James Maddison, literally nothing wrong with the celebration, in my opinion. It's about his darts love. Saka, obviously did it as well, and that's for different reasons, I'm guessing. But look, this will be dealt with, and it's going to take quite a while because it's obviously got to be agreed by all the different league organisations. So it's going to take a while. It's just Sky Media doing what they're good at, winding everybody up. Nick, that was ridiculous. That's because you are the sheriff. What? No, I'm not. Bloody been busy today. Did my darts tournament review, boxing predictions, Liverpool preview, Champions League playoff predictions, updated Premier League season predictions. Now got game content on Channel 2. Excellent stuff. Please subscribe to Chris if you can. That'd be fantastic. Cole, for some reason, that's weird. You'll hear why when we do predictions. I'll come back to that in a minute, though. Where is the violent conduct rule or warning for Haaland throwing a ball? I'll 100% agree. Bernardo Silva as well, kicking. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, if I've said this countless times, the refs are. I'll have to whisper this, pricks, because my son's in the next room.
It's all right. I've used that word today.
It's a case of if it's not in the report, which it's not, then again it's down to the refs. It should have been in the report, but it wasn't. Did you get the same impression as me? There's no away goals anymore, is there? No, there's not. That got taken away a couple of years ago, didn't it? Jason Cundy does it to wind people up. Don't take it seriously. Is that the prat from TalkSport?
He used to play for Chelsea and Tottenham.
He was shit, wasn't he?
He was.
He was shit as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, but he was.
No, he was. He was.
He was a shit player. Yeah. Gutter press, but too many gooners bite. Oh, totally agree. Yeah. Arsenal fans just need to stop biting. Maybe MLS wanted to do yoga. They are just miffed. We beat their poster boys 5-1. I'm liking this no film. Mate, when it comes to this talk show, I honestly just can't stand them. And I'm very anti refs. And I will be until they improve, which I don't see happening anytime soon, if I'm honest. Even to pump them. And the last one before we actually get into the show, I don't know if you've seen the statement in regards to celebrations of so many reasons. King, if you just rewind a little bit, you'll see me having a bit of a rant about it, if I'm honest. But what I will say, it's mainly protect the fans, and they're the people that matter to me. It's the fans and the stewards. No stewards should be getting hurt whilst doing their jobs. And don't forget, a lot of them are volunteers. They're not actually paid. So please bear that in mind. This is why we're trying to do it. I enjoy Carlisle supporters' trust tears at Williamson being sacked tasted like wine. Fine wine. Right. as I said, we're going to try and do this slightly differently. So, yes, you're thinking, oh, this is like the review. It's not. This is us reviewing the last time we played him in the first leg, because this kind of gives us hope. Kind of. Because if you look, we got 23 shots. We just obviously only got 3 shots on target. So if we can improve that, we stand a chance. 70% possession, again, keep that. We stand a chance. I don't say that we were dominated by Newcastle. Yes, we lost 2-0.
No.
But if we were just slightly better in front of goal, we would have done better. Are you on that same page as well, Brian? If we just did better in front of goal, we wouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was one of them games. You know, it reminded me of the West Ham game from the last season in the league, where we did all we could, and I don't know how we lost that game 2-0.
No,
what the chances we had created, the possession we had. There is that, but it's just that it could be a different game tonight because of the Newcastle fans will be up for it. I'm sure Newcastle 11 will be up for it as well, and we just got to go there. Just clear their minds in terms of just thinking they're at home. Play the game like they're at home. That's the one way, and I think they're halfway there. Play. If you perform the way they performed the way they did on Sunday, and then just think, look, we're at the Emirates. We're playing at the Emirates. This is our crowd, not just the away fans there. Just in that, just think that way, from a mental perspective.
Well, this is where Mikel has to earn his money for me.
He has to. And also, what he's got to do is now, I'll tell you, after, it can only be Arsenal, isn't it, where you have a fantastic performance, great victory against the champions.
Yeah.
And then 24 hours later, you're not bringing in a number 9. And I'm still angry about that. And like I said, my brother was here yesterday, and we were chatting, and Damos, that is, and we were basically saying, if it comes to a point where I'll get annoyed if people start criticizing Kai Havertz for his misses, because at the end of the day, if that he will score, he will probably have about say Kai Havertz gets about 80 chances for the rest of the season, and he only puts away 12 of them. I'm not going to criticize him. I'm not going to have a go at him. At the end of the day, he's been asked to not so much work harder, but the pressure's on him because, in terms of being a number 9, the only number 9 that's fit. Because I don't think anyone else can do a job better than him at the club right now. I mean, I wouldn't put Trossard, Martinelli up front. Maybe they could do a job, but I think with Havertz, he's more consistent than them two. Yeah. So it just, I feel for him more than anything, because Arteta's now put a lot more pressure on him, and he could have alleviated the pressure because I mean, I've been following yourself all month with kind of guessed who we was after. I know you couldn't give any names, and fair play, but I'm sure we could have got something over the line if
Oh yeah, 100% we could have, but again, it doesn't fit. Yeah, doesn't fit Mikel's profile. We're not getting him. So simple as that.
Yeah. So So I'm not going to criticize Kai for the rest of the season. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it.
No. So this was obviously the expected goals as well from the same game. So obviously XG was 3.09 for us, 1.22. So clearly, again, the stats back us that we should have won that game, but just didn't, because if you look at the XG on target, 0.66 compared to 2.4, it's just not good enough. And obviously duels won. We did well in the duels, apart from aerial duels, which I found a little bit odd, if I'm honest. I think if Joel Linton's not playing tonight, that might help us a little bit, because Joel Linton's a beast when it comes to aerial duels. But yeah, slightly just unhappy thing, considering we're pretty much an NBA team at the moment with the height that we've got. And again, these stats as well. double the amount of passes. So as long as we can keep this and get the 47 touches in the opponent's box, we should be all right. And for some reason, a lot of people are going with the same score that I'm feeling tonight, which is unlike me because I'm feeling a little bit confident. I don't know why, because I have literally no idea why it's where the confidence has come from. Right. On another positive, slight positive, is Newcastle's form has dwindled a little bit. Obviously got beat home by Bournemouth 4-1. So it just shows you teams can score more than 2 goals at St James's Park. Mikel, take note. They lost 2-1 to Fulham. And they beat Southampton, which, to be fair, most people do, apart from the absolutely crap team that are Ipswich. So, yeah. What? It's true. The only win they've had recently, who did they beat? Bloody Ipswich, because that's how crap they are. Did I take pleasure in that? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? I didn't even think you would mention that Ipswich today because you already mentioned Cormier in the chat.
Only because I was worried where Gumza was going with this, and I have a feeling. I don't know if Canners has put it up, but I had a feeling Canners would just do it to wind me up due to the fact. I don't know if you saw his new profile pic on here. He's put it as Chris Cormier.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yes, and I was not amused because when I realised it, I was like, I chucked him out of the studio. I was like, nope, that ain't happening. Look, I do love Chris Cormier, but when it comes to Ipswich players come to Arsenal, just not allowed for me. It feels dirty.
Man.
So Arsenal's form, obviously we know what Arsenal have done. There you go, 3 wins in 5.
Brian Talbot.
Say that again.
Brian Talbot. Brian Talbot. He was an Ipswich player, and we bought him from Ipswich in '78.
I can't remember him.
Great midfielder.
What year was that?
It was when his last game was when Ipswich beat us in the FA Cup final in '78, and he signed for us in the summer. Terry Neal signed him.
Okay,
and he was with us. He was with us. I think he got released in '86. Just before Graham came along, or around the time Graham came, but he was a midfield hard man.
Well, to be fair, back then that's when Arsenal would have been looking around that low because obviously we're very close to Essex and Suffolk anyway, so that you would take players from the local areas, and obviously Colchester is just shit anyway, and I will say that because that's where I'm from. But yeah, Ipswich probably one of the better teams from that area. You do back then you did sign players from local areas, so.
Of course,
decent thing.
Right.
So, but that was then. They're now shit. So there we go. Right. So Newcastle 6. Oh, I can't wait to do the second game.
Yeah, we'll probably lose 1-0.
Mate, I'm not doing a reaction to that. I'll tell you that now. There is zero reaction to that game if we lose to Ipswich. Right. Newcastle in 6th. We're in 2nd. They've won 12, drawn 5, lost 7. We've won 14, drawn 8, which is our Achilles heel. Lost 2. Goals scored per game for Newcastle is 1.8 compared to Arsenal's 2. Goal conversions for Newcastle is just 12% compared to Arsenal's 15%, which seems to go under the radar quite a lot. Goals conceded is 1.2 for Newcastle, 0.9 for the Arsenal. Chances created per game for Newcastle is 2.8 compared to Arsenal's 3.3. We have exactly the same clean sheets. Home form for Newcastle, again, a little bit of hope. Played 12, won 6, drawn 2, lost 4. They do lose at home. Obviously, it doesn't really matter about our home form. What matters is the away form. Yeah. Played 12, won 6, drawn 4, lost 2. So, it's doable, but we're not very good at St James's Park. That's the problem. Average possession per game. So this is how we play, or both of us play. 50% for Newcastle, 54 for Arsenal. Shots on target per game is 4.8 for Newcastle, 5.1 for Arsenal. Accuracy in passes per game is 382.6 for Newcastle compared to 408.5 for Arsenal. Long balls, very similar. Crosses, very similar. Fouls per match is 10.3 compared to Arsenal's 11.3. But I do got a feeling that's going to go high tonight. I've just got a horrible feeling it's going to be very bitty. I think that's how Newcastle will want it, personally.
Yeah.
Okay, goals. 49 for Arsenal, 42 for Newcastle. 33 from open play for Newcastle, 35 from Arsenal. No free kicks again. Honestly, it's
that's been the theme of the season, really.
It has, isn't it? It's really weird. Yeah. And finally, injury lists. Arsenal's isn't too bad. White, Tomiyasu. Well, I'm going to actually take out Tomiyasu for this conversation. White will be back when we get back from Dubai. Tomiyasu, I don't know. We've literally got to wrap him up in a bed and just don't let him move. He keeps getting niggles. Saka, late Feb, but that is at the earliest. I still think it could possibly go into April, only because of the type of injury it is. We don't know what it's going to be like until he gets back onto grass. And that is grass that you play on, not the other type of grass, people. And Jesus is out for the season. Right, before I go into my 5 to watch, which probably won't shock most people, there's one extra this time, but that's about it. Brenny's our Arsenal Yoda. Let's have a look. Afternoon to the assembled. I can see him in the house. Carlo, new manager to be XG expert. Heard it here first. Doesn't matter how many you create, it's how many you finish is what counts. Yes, it is, especially when it comes to Arsenal. 29, can you do something for me? Says BX. Chempo key tonight. Yep, 100%. I think that's where Newcastle will try and hurt it. They'll keep trying to get fouls and they'll keep trying to break up the game. Yep, Ethan sniped one early and we make the St. James is real nervous. That's if he plays, people. Don't forget this is Miko. If we play on transition and counter press, we can possibly win. Ben White is looking to be back either today or the next game. Definitely not today, Brez. Definitely not today. He will be back after Dubai. If he plays today, I'm going to literally wring Arteta's neck because he's nowhere.
I'll come and join you.
Yeah. Strikes me that the Carnal process is like trying to pull out all night to get rejected. That's very good, Chris.
It's probably the background.
Yeah. I love when he throws it back. He needs a segment on his channel. He does. He does. Brian Talbot, 1979, held the record for the winning the FA Cup. 2 different teams as the assembled. Historian Brenny, as always. I only like dual stats as they are important, as Slot says. Brezzy choosing his team. I've started, mate. We'll come back to that. Yeah, Temmie, and he doesn't age. He doesn't. Tommy S is a kit model. Brenny's evergreen. Oh, jeez. I'm not even going to read that. I'm going to take that before I even read it. I don't want to read it yet. Right, let's get into my 5 to watch, though. And I'm guessing we're all going to all go full strength tonight, so I should expect these players to play.
We should
tonight,
go.
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
As I said, no one's going to be shocked because I've got 2 fullbacks in it. But no, Livramento and Lewis Hall, I absolutely think they're brilliant. I would take both of them.
The quality left,
Arsenal.
Quality fullbacks, quality.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love them both. So how can I not put them in? Obviously, there are a lot of players in Newcastle team that I do love as well, but I've just gone with the 5 that I think will be problems tonight. Tonali, he's been quality for me. I know a lot of some Newcastle fans don't particularly like him.
I don't get that.
Great. No, I don't. There's a slight suspicion that Tonali might be off in the summer. I think it's again this Italian thing where they just don't settle in England for whatever reason. Because I've heard he might be going to Juventus, so it's one to watch. But I still think he's quality. I'd take him. Anthony Gordon, I absolutely love him. I think the first time we were meant to play him, he wasn't fully fit, which is why I didn't put him in the list. But now I know he's fully fit. He's definitely going to be a problem because I personally, sorry about this, people. I choose him over Nico Williams personally, because one, he's Premier League proven, and he's an absolute pain in the arse to play against.
And that's what you need forward like that. Seriously,
yeah, you do. I know he's not pretty boy for some people, and for some reason that's a thing for people that he's not a pretty boy. I don't care. Can he play football? Good. Yeah. There we go. That's all that matters to me. I don't care if it looks like the Elephant Man.
Same here. Same thing.
If he can play football, he's in my team. Simple as that. And obviously, unsurprisingly, Isak's in there. How can I not put Isak in there? Because he's been absolute quality as well. Jules, obviously, I've put Sandro against Thomas for obvious reasons. They're both the bouncers. Thomas has had a great season. As much as I would like him to go and we move on from him, I have to give him his flowers because he has been brilliant. One of the best.
I want him to stay for the rest of his career.
It's possible, but obviously the other situations need to be sorted out, and then we'll talk. Obviously, G was talking to me about this earlier, and I was talking to him about it. It all depends. If everything is cleared and nothing to worry about, then we will offer him a new deal. Obviously, we are not going to do that before that is all sorted for obvious reasons. Now, Dubravka against Raya. Now, Dubravka's a good goalkeeper, but he's not the greatest. He does make howlers. So, again, that gives me a little bit of confidence because we can keep putting him under pressure, which, to be fair, I would like Ben White in the team because Ben has a special relationship with the opposition goalkeepers.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does.
which I enjoy. Being a right back, it's quite fun to watch Ben White do.
He offers them polos before the ball comes in.
But in his stats wise, Dubravka's actually better than Raya over the season. So you look at that how you want to. Right, icing on the top. Goal conversion for Isak is 27% compared to Kai's 17%. Now, for a top club, you do need goal conversion above 20. But Kai's not doing awfully. Like, he's on 17. That's not an awful number. I think Ollie Watkins wasn't even on that. There's been a few strikers that haven't even reached Kai's goal conversion rate. So this is where some fans who don't seem to like him do need to listen to this part because it is important. Goal conversion 17% is actually pretty decent compared to some of the other strikers. It's better than theirs. Obviously, Isak's is 27%, but that's why it's worth 150 million quid. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm never going to hate on Kai. I'm not. I love him, but he's doing a job that's not really suited to him. It's like asking a butcher to be a baker. It just doesn't work. The
Magic Makers, races and hat tricks.
Yeah. And look, when we go to talk about the Magic Makers now, Jacob Murphy is one of those interesting players. I have to be honest. Never really rated him until Eddie Howe turned up. Eddie Howe has got the best out of this young lad. He is incredible. Yeah. Obviously, he's got a brother that I think he plays at Norwich. I'm not sure. Who's decent as well. Jacob's never been a player I've gone, oh, he's absolutely fantastic. But under Eddie Howe, my God, does he look good. So, yeah, he's got 8 assists in 21 appearances. Now, amazingly, Odegaard's not there. Trossard's not there. It's now Declan Rice again. 5 assists in 22 games. So well done to Declan. He is getting so much better because actually this passing act in the opponent's half has actually got better over the last 2 games. Incredible.
He's had a great January, in my opinion.
Yeah, he has. I'm hoping he gets Player of the Month for the Arsenal fans because he deserves it because he's absolutely been outstanding for me.
Mm.
He's definitely looking the £100 million player that we signed. But no, he's been absolutely incredible. And again, don't forget, this is not actually his natural position. He's a DM, not a number 8, and he's learning as he goes. And I think he's doing very well at it. But yeah, so that's what I think. I'm going to get into the comments before we move on to chosen lineups, and Brenny will be rating them because if it's for me, I'm going to score people badly. And no, there's actually no Zinni today, which is fantastic. I predict 7 goals, 4 red cards. I didn't actually. No, the last one I did, I had, I think it was either Almiron or Joel Linton. Because Anthony Gordon wasn't in it last time. But no, it's more or less copied. But I do update the stats. Where would you rank this? Where would this game rank in greatest comebacks should we advance? Oh, I wouldn't rank it as the greatest comeback.
No, I would. You know what, BX? I personally would if we were 4-0 down.
Yeah.
And we came back to win tonight 5-0. Then, or it wouldn't be like not like what Liverpool did in the Champions League semi-final in Barcelona. That was an amazing comeback. Or, Barcelona have had amazing comebacks as well in Champions League fixtures. But I don't know. It would be if we come back, it'd be great. But I think we've had, to be honest, I can't recall Arsenal ever having come back from to the deficit's like 2 or 3 goals, and then we've come back and we've won the second leg. I can't recall, but yeah. It will be a great comeback, but I'm sure there've been others. You were there, Bobby? Bobby, you there? Or is it me? It's not me. Yep. I mean, Silver one earlier on compared. This could be greater than Anfield '89. I think with Anfield '89, it was harder because at the time Liverpool were the champions. They were the best. Back on that date in 1989, but that was great. But yeah, we've got to do it tonight. Seriously, we have to. And I'm sure Bobby will be back within the next minute or so.
Sorry about that.
Within the next minute or so. There he is.
All right, internet decides to die. No idea quite. It's not even raining, so I have no idea. Sorry about that, guys. So I have no idea what it said. Calafiori, Jorginho, settled. Gordon has end product over Nico Williams. There's a link to Liverpool. Don't see that happening now. Gakpo made left wing. His own and Salah is at right wing. All right, Gordon 2. Summer will be interesting to see if Isaac and Gyökeres leave. Gyökeres has already got a gentleman's agreement with a team, so he will be leaving. So yeah, it's a shame some people saying Partey shouldn't be celebrating his goal because of what he's been accused of. Just nonsense. Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. Nope, Dobby is not a good goalkeeper. He is a little bit dodgy, yeah. Murphy's so underrated, led 100%. But to be fair, before Eddie came in, he was pants. But I think Eddie's been a great coach. Question for the panel: how much would you say? I already know the answer to this, so I'll let Brenny guess, and then I'll tell you.
So you know what? If I were to take a guess. I'll say what, Ethan, about maybe 70. 70 mil, MLS about 60. I mean, they're my guesses. But you know what? When it comes to players like this, I don't even think about how much they're worth because I want them to stay at Arsenal for the rest of their careers. I mean, you know, a player's worth at Arsenal doesn't mean anything to me because we're not a lower league club. We're not a championship club. In terms of how much can we get for this player? How much get for that player? No, when you play for the Arsenal, right? And for me, we're still the third biggest in terms of history, right? In England.
Yeah.
I want them to remain at Arsenal for the rest of their careers, regardless of who's managing the club. That's how I look at it. But how much are they worth for the out?
MLS is worth 22 million and Waneri is 40 million.
Oh, I thought it'd be a lot.
So it's more to do with positions. So obviously Lewis Kelly is a left back. So unfortunately, you get a lower price when you're a left back, and obviously Waneri is someone in the full positions, and obviously he's worth a little bit more. But that will change again once new contracts come in, which won't be that far behind. I'm guessing they should be announced by the end of the season. I would have assumed. Then their prices go up again because their contract boosts up their value as well. Because don't forget they're only on small amount contracts at the moment. Still a lot of money, but it's small in terms of
sign them up. Get them signed up in the summer. Yeah.
Greatest turnaround, more like than the greatest comeback. I'm not, in my opinion, not saying will be greatest turnaround, but be one of them. It's Poppy is fell asleep. Must be watching. Unfortunately, sometimes my internet just dies. It's got literally no warning. You're still alive in Brent. There's a full comeback into the first 11. A full fit one?
Yeah.
No. I'll be honest, no.
I've already spoke about this, haven't I?
TVPV.
Yeah, remember we were talking about it the other day. We were talking about when you never asked me the question, but when I brought up Ben White, when he comes back into the side and he's fully fit, it doesn't bother me who plays at right back. It could be if I see Ben White in a few weeks, if I see Ben White playing away at Forest, I'll be like, yay, all good. If I see Timber playing, say, away at Everton, I'll be like, hey, I'm all for it. It's all good. So it doesn't bother me who comes in at right back for me.
No, I like the fact that we're going to have two right backs fighting for it. And Josh will be coming on the scene at some point as well, as long as we actually keep him as well. He doesn't look elsewhere because Josh is definitely close to being ready as well. So that's quite exciting. Worth more than where they are. It's a weird place, but it's the red and white one tonight, as far as I'm aware. It should be. There should be no reason for it not being. We all had hope taken over a massive improvement. Right.
Sorry.
Well, you do realise he's got to do a challenge team later, so he might lose an extra point now.
He may get 7 auto fails, and everyone else wouldn't get those auto fails.
Exactly. Payback will be coming, young man. Payback will be coming. Anyway, let's go to chosen lineups and score these ones. Okay, so Brenny, your task is just to score them. So we're going to start with the first one. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Odegaard, Waneri, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz.
8 out of 10. Okay.
I will warn you, there is no MLS in any of them.
Oh.
I know. I think they're kind of like resting him. I don't know why, unless there's something I don't know. But there's no MLS in any of these squads tonight.
I'll tell you what, I hope. Oh, he's not okay in their squad, but he'll probably be playing tonight because, mind you, we haven't got FA Cup at the weekend. We're already out, so we're off to Dubai tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to Dubai. Well, not us, not the Armory. We're not going to Dubai, but the Arsenal are. So 8 for that one. Next one: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Odegaard, Waneri, Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard.
Oh, with Trossard up front. I mean, for me, that's another 8 out of 10 lineup. But I'd rather have Havertz up front than Trossard.
No,
But yeah,
I get
still
it.
8.
I think for me, if we ever did it, which I know we won't because it's not Mikel Arteta, you saw Havertz on the right, you'll see what I've been on about, how good that guy is on the right. But
he switched a few times with Martinelli, didn't he? In that
second one. Well, this is the thing. If we had bought in a striker, Mikel, please listen. If we bought in a striker, Havertz could have been on the right, and the striker would have been down the middle. And honestly, we would be on fire, absolute fire. But hey ho, I'm not the manager. Next one: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Waneri, Sterling, Trossard.
7.
Okay. Next one: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Waneri, Martinelli, and Havertz.
8.
Okay. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Odegaard, Waneri, Sterling, Martinelli, and Havertz.
7.
Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Waneri, Martinelli, and Havertz.
That's an 8 as well.
Excellent. Final team is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Sterling, Waneri on the left, Trossard up front.
Oh, that's a 7.
That's a 7 for you. Okay, cool.
No Havertz. It should be Havertz there.
Okay, no worries. All right, let's see what people have been saying before I move on. Chris knows what's coming. Ben back just to end the party travesty. Well, that is something that once Ben White's back, we should never have to see Thomas Partey at right back again.
Never.
And if he does still do it, then honestly, I will personally move Mikel Arteta out of the club and send him elsewhere because that will be stupid.
I'm gonna call him. No, I'll just speak. I know some people up in Islington. I'll just call a nick up there and just get a warrant. No, seriously, man, no joke.
Unpredictable, score 2 early goals, make them panic, and they will finish them off in the second half. No, I agree with this, Dean. I agree. If we get an early goal, they will start panicking, and I honestly do feel that. That's what we need to do. We'll wait and see if that happens, though. Chris has done his team as well. My left back says into the box. No Marino in any of them. Thank goodness for that. I know it's an agenda. I don't really care. I don't like the player within the club. He can go elsewhere. I don't care. He's a nice lad. He's a good player. Just doesn't fit our system at all. Slows us up. Havertz in long term be better as impact player off the bench. I think he starts, but I think Newcastle be more terrified of pace, in my opinion. That's my thinking, says Chris. Brezzy saying one of those was his lineups. Right, let's see what people have been doing. Brezzy said, yep. Oh, he had MLS in his team. Odegaard, Rice, Partey, Waneri, Martinelli, and Kite is my number. Is my 11. Jeez.
He had to.
Runnison, Neto, Jenkinson, Sylvester, Sanchez.
Hey, my son liked Sanchez. My son was a big fan of Sanchez. The day when we went to the I don't know if you went to it, Bobby, the FA Youth Cup final. We played Liverpool back in, I think it's 2008, 2009. We won over 2 legs, 4-1 at home and 2-1 away. And Sanchez, my son, he thought this guy was so good.
He is a good player. He did very well in the long league. Very well. Yeah. Who did he play for recently? Oh, God.
He's still playing, isn't he?
No.
Is he not? Is he retired?
No, I don't believe so. Okay. No, last time he played was at Wildstone.
Okay. Mind you, he'd be about, 34, 35 now, isn't it? Something like that.
He is 33. Turns 34 next. Yeah, turns 34 on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yeah. I like him. He's a pacey little tricky winger. I like him personally. Tell me doing actual team. Raya, Timber, Galiba, Calafiori, Rice, Party, Odegaard, Waneri, Ghostverts, and Martinelli. Yeah, good team. Chris doing a team: Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, MLS, Party, Rice, Odegaard, Waneri, Martinelli. His best position is striker, like under Emery. Trossard on the left wing. Okay, I'll go with that.
Do you know
Quite
what?
like it.
Do you know something? My team would actually be the same lineup as Sunday.
Oh, would it?
It would be, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It would be. I thought, it's not. We're 2-0 down. Just keep that momentum going.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, let's hope we can, because we need to. We need. Yeah, I'm not down B. I think it's going to be tough for us to do.
It will be. It will be.
But I think it's doable. So I'm trying to find a pen. So I just realised I'm in the kitchen with no pen.
That's not good.
Blake, can you bring me my pad and my pen off the sofa, please? Okay. Thank you. So yeah, because obviously the challenge is coming up. Thank you, dude.
Was it retro?
No, it's not. The reason I did the retro last time. The reason I didn't do the retro this time is because I feel, and I don't know if I'm totally correct on these, but when I do retro, we don't seem to perform. So I thought, okay, let's scrap the retro and just do it as we normally do it.
Yeah,
because I've just got a feeling. So let's wait and see. Let's see what people are saying before we get into. Oh God, I've just seen what's happening. Arsenal need left back, one more midfielder if Subi comes in, right wing back up, and obviously striker. Yeah, we actually need a lot more than that. There's a centre back being looked at as well.
Yeah. Dennis Bergkamp's goal against Southampton.
Oh, lovely. Brezzy, unbelievable. Unbelievable. For my 5 to watch, Zinny. No. My son played in the same academy teams as Sanchez. Big up the assembled. That's very, very cool. After Sunday's game, Newcastle will be focused on not letting us shoot from outside the box. We should leave the penalty area pretty much empty for Kai, says Dean. Right. Time for challenge time then. Let's get on with it. Let's do this. So for people that don't know how to play, choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition. No unavailable players. Doubts are available. 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap in that formation. The home team always select 4-3-3 tonight, so it's nice and simple. And no former players, 7 squad only. So, Brenny, what are we going with first?
Okay. Go with the Newcastle squad first, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a shame that, because I was thinking, I was looking forward to a retro challenge, and then I thought, let me go to a couple of Newcastle games, FA Cup final, League Cup final, quarter final '96. I was looking to put right in, maybe 30.
I'll promise I'll do it at some point. We'll see how this goes. But I've done it for a reason.
Yeah, I know. Warren Barton, Bob Carroll G's. Sorry, Philly Palbert.
Carroll G's.
So yeah. Look at them.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, we're going to go... definitely go Isaac up front. Okay. It's got to be him.
All right. Your next player, please, mate.
Yeah. Okay. Good to go. We'll go Fabian Schär, centre back.
Yeah. Okay. Next player.
Okay. So, third one will be Livramento at fullback.
Okay.
The left back. Sorry, right back.
Yep. Next one.
It's good to be a midfielder. It's going to go for Got to go for the real Bruno.
Guimaraes. Okay.
Not Luke Humphreys.
And your final one, please.
Ooh. Okay. Joelinton.
Joelinton. Okay. You want him in midfield, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll do the Arsenal. So Raya in goal.
Yep.
Your final centre back.
Final centre back. Yeah, we'll go. Say Tony. I was going to say Tony Adams. No, it's not a retro challenge. Not a retro challenge. Stop it. Go. Gabriel.
Okay. And your left back.
Oh, it's got to be the kid of the moment, isn't it? Really.
MLS. Okay.
Yeah.
Your final midfielder.
Final midfielder. Got to go Thomas Partey.
Okay. Right winger.
Go Gabriel Martinelli. I've been impressed with him recently.
Okay. And your left winger.
It's got to be Trossard.
Okay. I feel a max score of 9 for this one. I don't feel there's a 10 there, if I'm honest. I think it's a bit tricky.
It would have been a 12 if it was a retro challenge.
Yes, it would have been a 10, definitely. So Brenny's gone with Raya, Livramento, Shah, Gabriel, MLS, Guimaraes, Joelinton, Partey, Martinelli, Trossard, and Isaac. Yeah, that's a 9. I don't see a problem with that.
Thank you very much.
No problem, young man.
Where's the autofills now?
Yeah, let's see whether the autofills. Let's see if anyone's done it.
And if they're not autofills, give them autofills, especially Chris.
Must take note. No unavailables. You did this last year when Isaac wasn't available, but still chose him. Chris has given it a go. Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Botman, Hall, Partey, Odegaard, Guimaraes as he's shithouse. Yes, very true. Yeah. Gordon, Isaac, Trossard. 9 all day long. Well done, mate. Yep, easy. 9. I'm starting to subscribe to the point that Odegaard can do well in the 8. This is what we've all...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the absolutely ridiculous alternative 5-1. Never going to happen. What about this? Let's have a look. I always make sure I like to rate people's teams. Let's have a look. I think we've had this one, though, haven't we? Raya, Timber, Galiba, Calafiori, Rice, Partey, So I'm guessing it's an 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't rated it, because I'm sure that came up as one of the 7 teams that come up to me. So I do apologise, mate. That's why I didn't rate it. Right. So Brenny is up against Declan and Kelly tonight. I'm going to start with ladies first. So Kelly's going to go first. Oh, dear. Right, Dubravka in goal, Livramento, Hall, Saliba, Gabriel, Royce, Odegaard, Guimaraes, Waneri, Trossard, and Isaac. You can always tell, I can definitely tell when people have panicked and done the Arsenal players first and then gone, I need to put Newcastle players in now. Because at no point should anyone have picked Dubravka. He's not an auto-fail, but no. It's just no. So, Kelly, you get an 8 because Dubravka, no, just no. He's a good goalkeeper, but he's nowhere near Raya, in my opinion. Declan. Okay. Raya, Timber, Hall, Shah, Gabriel, Tonali, Rice, Odegaard, Murphy, Trossard, and Isaac. As much as I hate giving him a 9, he's going to have to get a 9. Yeah, me and Declan have a lot of history. So, yeah, he's going to get a 9, but he did well. Yeah, he's a pain.
Well, it's Declan. You should have told me it's Declan Donnelly. He used to live not far from me.
Yeah, he wouldn't have lived far from you, actually, would he? Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was filming down there. But, yeah. What have you done now, Bren? What have you done?
What's that?
I can hear all the police cars.
Nah, it's I don't know. Were they police? Yeah, they were police cars actually.
Yeah,
it's a very peaceful area where I live.
You wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think it, honestly.
They go to get their pizza.
Yeah, I've actually seen that happen up here, and they've literally gone to McDonald's,
and they should be doing that, you know.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. You know, I was military police for quite a while in the army, and you know, that was one thing we were told you're never allowed to do. So, you know, for me being autistic, I was like, okay, we're never allowed to do it. But then I saw. Sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this word, but civvy police do it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What the hell? And yeah, it really narked me, and I was like, oh jeez. I mean, they do it up here, and I'm just like, come on, it's just ridiculous. Literally just going to get Mackies. But yeah, Brent criticised the government. Chris is going for a 2-2 tonight, which obviously knocks us out.
Yeah.
Now, Cole's gone for a 3-1 to the Arsenal. Who else did for a 3-1? Tim Parker went for 3-1 as well. And weirdly, that's what I've been thinking all day. 3-1. I think it's going to go to penalties, and I think Arsenal will do it on penalties. Which is a good job I'm not doing the watch log because that would stress the hell out of me. But, Brenny, how are you feeling? Because I'm still sticking with 3-1 for me, but what about you?
I think we'll win on the night, but I think we will go out. I think we'll win. We'll win 2-1 on the night.
You reckon 2-1?
But we'll go out 3-2 in aggregate.
When do you think Newcastle will score their goal?
Oh, they'll probably. I think they'll score their. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored early.
Oh, okay.
And then we only get 2 goals, and we don't get that third.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably end up hitting the bar.
So I just wanted to see where your mind was with like, do we go 2-0 up and then Newcastle get one back, and then
we'll have more possession than them today, but we've got to be a bit like, you know, at times when we were doing a watch along and you heard me, I was getting a little frustrated in that first half.
You frustrated? Never.
Yeah. No, it's just the way. It was just the way we were keeping possession, and I'm like, well, it's been a minute in our own half now, so come on, we got to do something with it, and we didn't see enough movement.
Yeah,
and we cannot see that today.
No, we can't.
We have to be a fast start, just like
100%.
Sunday.
Yes.
And I hate when we do that. We're not the Wenger teams. We're not the Wenger teams where you would watch you'd watch a Wenger side from the early years where you're watching it at home, you're watching it, you're watching it live, and you weren't worried about possession because we kept the ball most of the time, and you weren't worried when we could like string about 40 to 50 passes before you go, and you didn't mind that because you just it was so comfortable. But I don't always feel comfortable with the lads there when it comes. I don't mind them. It's all right when they have the ball. I'm all for possession, but you've got to do something with it. And it's like George Graham said many times: you can pass and pass and pass and pass and pass, but you've got to have that end product.
100%, mate. 100%. Yeah. I think because of course Chris is saying I got the same opinion as Brenny where Arsenal will give it a good go. I'm sure we will. Yeah. Big up to Aes. I'm not even going to try and say that middle part.
Aes. Eric Bonsa, DJ Gatti.
Well done, Bren. Big up, legend. I'm watching you from Poland in Warsaw. First here. Thank you very much.
Bless you.
Pleasure. Bless you.
Thank you for coming 100%.
On. Thank you ever so much. So as I said, this is all your shows, but as well as it is ours. I try and get everyone involved as much as humanly possible. Predictions, to be honest, I might do that as well. Brent, what are you thinking about the Tottenham game tomorrow? What do you think that'll be?
Tom, we don't say Tottenham game. We say the Liverpool game.
Well, no, you know what it is, mate. You know what it is?
Yeah.
I honestly, if we got knocked out and then Tottenham did the unthinkable tomorrow, I will be in so much pain.
I'm telling you, me too. I'll go to get that warrant myself. If that happens, I tell you. I say, you know what, Liverpool going to win. I'll say Liverpool going to win 3-0 tomorrow. It'll be a 3-1 on aggregate. They'll win 3-0 on the night.
I'm not doing this because I'm an Arsenal fan. I honestly do think Liverpool will probably beat Tottenham about 5 or 6-0. I'll be honest. Tottenham's defense, yes, they brought in a couple of players, but yeah, I think Liverpool will just be so up for it and will want to turn around that defeat. Yeah, and that's what's going to hurt Tottenham is the fact that they got that result in the first leg. It will awaken the beast. Liverpool know what's going on behind the scenes, so they'll be up for it for the news that they will be announcing at some point. So I just think they're going to be an animal tomorrow night. If I'm honest, I think they'll absolutely tear them apart. That's just my opinion. Big up to Temi trying to help me say the name, which is absolutely fantastic. But I'll be honest, that doesn't help me at all. If anything, that's actually made it worse for me because I'm like, I'm
pretty
Agbonzi.
I'm pretty good at pronunciations.
I'm awful. I am awful. I'm too autistic, so it doesn't help me at all. I want to win everything. I'm greedy man, mate.
Same here, Chris. Same here.
Yes, we're all greedy. Yeah. I want every single thing, apart from the only got Tottenham can keep that.
Yeah, innit? Bobby and I we never devalue the League Cup. Never.
Hell no. The last time we won it, I was there, and it's still a memory that I treasure.
I was gutted because I couldn't get a ticket for that. I mean, I went to the semi-final, but I couldn't get a ticket for the final.
Yeah, we went semi-final, final. Dad really pissed off my mum.
Yeah. You see, I remember that. I remember that the semi-final particularly because I just remember myself and Cans. We stood up. We stood to watch that game. We was in the clock end. Because it had the mural.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, that horrible thing. The ball bounced back every single time. We should have thought about it better than that, I'll tell you. But never mind. This got his good start to slot career and path to hopefully title. Yeah, for me, I think if you win the Carabao, I 100% think Liverpool will win the title. Because of what you're saying, their mentality. I know Liverpool have the mentality anyway because they've won trophies, but it will solidify it for this season, which is important for me, especially to some of the youngsters around the club as well. And it is, exactly. It's your competition recently. But guys, as you know, I won't be doing a watch along. I will be stressing whilst I watch it tonight. But I will be doing the reaction in the morning. As I always do. Whatever happens, I never go hiding. So people can clip this part. I will always do reaction. I never go hiding. I always tell you when I should be doing reaction. It won't be tonight because obviously it'll be way too late. But it will be in the morning. Probably about 9:30, I'm guessing. Something about that. Okay. Chris Welch, still trying to be humble. You're the favourites. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Brenny, as always, thank you. Where can I find you?
Hey everybody, you can find me here on the Armory TV, and I just put out a video. I'm going to put a couple more in before kickoff with past games with Newcastle in cup games, FA Cup and League Cup as well. Even if we lost them, I would still put them in because it's always nice to look at that bit of history. You know, I won't just put up victories that are just Arsenal's victories. You know what I mean? So, and you can find me on Threads as well.
Excellent. Thank you. Cheers, mate. But as I said, you'll see me tomorrow. As for, because obviously we've got a 10-day break now, so we're not back for a while. So I don't know what I'm doing at the weekend yet. However, if I'm not doing a game Saturday, I have a thing called Play Your Arsenal Right idea for Saturday night. So if anyone can work out what I'm talking about there, which is play your cards right, it will be play your Arsenal right. So you know what's going higher or lower. So yeah, I'll probably do that Saturday night if I'm not going to be covering a game. It depends if I'm covering a game yet. I haven't looked at the football fixtures, so I don't know if there's any games I go, I fancy doing that.
I might have to get a Bruce Forsyth wig.
Yeah. But no, you'll see me at the weekend doing something, because obviously we were always like to keep doing content as much as we can. Obviously, Arsenal just happened to be going to Dubai, so yeah,
should be going to the FA Cup, but there you go. It is what it is.
Oh, don't even go. It's very painful for me. You know it is. The FA Cup has the biggest meaning for me and my family. So
did you? Yeah, me too. I mean, did you? We didn't speak about this. See, the other week, the women were all in white for their FA Cup.
Yeah, because obviously the game that we were meant to be playing got postponed, didn't it? So because of that was the game that we were going to be wearing the white shirt. Because it got cancelled, we obviously agreed that we would wear it again for the return fixture. So I love the fact that we did that.
And me too, because guess what? The Arsenal women won the game.
Oh, we are looking very.
We're looking very good. Yeah,
Renee has got us set up very well. I think it's a big summer for the Arsenal women as well, not just for the Arsenal men in terms of transfers. I think Arsenal women have got a big one coming. So I think Renee.
If we can get a trophy season and finish in second, because we're not catching Chelsea, then it's a good season.
Admittedly, look, Chelsea are by far the number one team. We all know this. We're not stupid enough to think that we're not. But we are, for me, the second best team.
Yeah.
So that, for me, should put us over the line for at least something. So yeah. Let's have a look. I'm always humble going around at years at the moment. Big up to Neil Gunnison saying Arteta can learn from Rene. 100% at the moment. But it definitely comes to the way that they set up playing football.
Yes.
I'm hearing I've heard exactly the same. I've heard 2 out of the 3 are done and signed. So expect announcements soon. I've heard that 2 of them have now signed, not the 3rd for obvious reasons, because he's probably going to be going. But yeah, guys, I shall see you tomorrow morning for the reaction. But enjoy the night. Let's hope Arsenal win. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Come on, you Gunners.